paradigm shift in innovation and value, Coastal's Illusion Series shower enclosure is a true value creator for both pros and do-it-yourselfers alike. Coastal's Illusion Series not only offers the luxuries of heavy all-glass shower enclosures, it also provides the installer with a substantial amount of in-the-field adjustability, which dramatically reduces installation time and difficulty. Right out of the box, the system is ready to be installed on any surface, including fiberglass, without a need for increased support, backing, or bracing. In this installation walkthrough, we'll look at a standard tub deck or knee wall corner configuration. The door will be hinged at the wall, which normally will allow for easy and dry access to the shower controls. We'll start the installation process by unboxing the unit and making certain that we have all the correct parts listed on the configuration's instruction manual. Take the first measurement at the curb between the knee wall and full wall to obtain our base opening width. We'll then cut the threshold 1/16 of an inch less than the measurement obtained and position our freshly cut extrusion on the curb at the center line. Proceed by peeling back the tape on the unmitered edge of the vertical buttress sill. We'll then insert the bare edge of the extrusion into the threshold. Obtain a second measurement at the top of the knee wall top plate to the bottom end of the miter and remove this extrusion from the threshold to mark the obtained measurement at the squared edge of the vertical buttress sill. Use your chop saw or hacksaw to make a cut at the mark. This application will require us to make a notch on the knee wall top plate so the vertical buttress sill sits flush against the knee wall. Alternatively, the vertical buttress sill could be notched instead. After the holes are appropriately marked, using a 3/16 inch drill bit, drill a hole 5 to 6 inches from the top and bottom of the extrusion that's being mounted to the wall. Temporarily place the vertical buttress sill into the threshold. Ensure that the extrusion is plumb on the wall and mark hole locations on the tile or grout. Now that we've made our marks, remove the vertical buttress sill and drill 1.5 inch deep holes at each mark using a 3/16 inch masonry bit. We'll then place an anchor in each hole and temporarily secure the vertical buttress sill to the wall. Next, we'll secure the 1-inch wall jamb to the full wall opposite the knee wall. Insert the end into the threshold with the flat side facing the wall. Use a level to plumb the jamb. Mark your holes on the wall using the 3 pre-drilled holes in the jamb. Remove the jamb and drill 1.5 inch deep holes at each mark. Insert wall anchors and fill the holes with silicone prior to mounting the jamb onto the wall with 3 installation screws. We're now ready to begin dry fitting the enclosure to ensure we have everything lined up correctly. Place 2 setting blocks into the aluminum sill for the notched inline panel. Set your panel in place and insert it into the vertical buttress sill, making sure that it's firmly seated and resting atop the setting blocks. Locate the small double-mitered piece of aluminum that will be used as your buttress sill for the notched section of the inline panel. Make sure the double-mitered buttress sill aligns with the notch and vertical buttress sill's mitered edge. The back miter should extend past the inline panel glass 1/16 of an inch. From the outside edge of the knee wall, obtain the measurement to the long point of the buttress sill's back mitered edge. This measurement will determine placement of the outer wall of the jamb for the return panel. Position, plumb, and temporarily tape the extrusion to the wall. Obtain the dimension between the outer edge of the wall jamb to the long point of the back mitered buttress sill. Trim the return sill to the measurement obtained and set in place. Now secure the wall jamb on top of the knee wall to the wall by marking and drilling 2 3/16 inch holes 5 to 6 inches from the top and bottom of the jamb. Plumb the jamb to the wall and mark your holes. Using your 3/16 inch masonry bit, drill the 2 holes at the marked locations on the wall. Insert wall anchors and fill the holes with silicone prior to mounting the jamb onto the wall with installation screws. Now that we have everything cut to size, remove the notched inline panel, vertical buttress sill, and connect all 3 sill components using the appropriate angled brackets. Make sure the mitered edges line up flush, and tighten down on the set screws using the Allen key provided. Once the buttress sill is completely assembled, fill the installation holes previously drilled into the knee wall with silicone and place your connected buttress sill back in place. Secure it back to the vertical section of the knee wall using your 2 installation screws. Our framework is now secured and we're ready to install our glass panels. Run a clear bead of silicone along the inside of the return panel wall jamb. Place 2 setting blocks into the buttress sill and set the return panel in place. Next, slide the notched inline panel into place so the inline glass slides in front of the return panel. Make sure the notched panel overlaps the entire thickness of the return panel. Use the slip-over clamp and firmly tighten down on the set screws. Once the inline panel has been secured to the return panel, measure the door opening from the edge of the wall jamb to the edge of the inline panel glass. Trim the dam strip to the measurement obtained and snap in place. Attach the clear polycarbonate strike material to the inline panel glass and make sure it's firmly seated onto the glass. Unwrap the door panel and slide the door's hinge assembly in place, making sure that the legs of the extrusion are both on the inside of the wall jamb. Check that the door is aligned with the inline panel at the top and that reveals are evenly distributed. Telescope the hinge assembly in and out as needed. You may also need to shim the panel glass with additional setting blocks in some circumstances. Once you are happy with the alignment, secure the hinge assembly to the wall jamb using the self-tapping screws provided in the hardware baggie. You will now want to attach the final and finishing pieces to the unit. Attach the C-pull handle to the door until it is snug and secure. On the strike edge of the door glass, center and install the door strike vinyl. Place the door strike over the vinyl and tap it into place. Carefully trim any excess vinyl as required. Temporarily attach the magnet to the door strike and close the door. Notch the vinyl sill with clippers at the bottom of the magnet. Remove the vinyl sill and cut at the notch. Insert the trimmed sill vinyl back into the vinyl strike post. Then, insert the magnet strip into the vinyl strike post. Next, insert the remaining vinyl sill and trim excess as required. With the wing of the drip rail positioned toward the interior of the shower, insert the drip rail onto the bottom edge of the door assembly. Some trimming may be required. Cut and insert the horizontal vinyls to secure the glass panel in place. Trim and install black jamb caps. To ensure a leak-proof installation, run a bead of clear, mildew-resistant silicone along the outside of the shower. Run another bead of silicone where the buttress sill meets the glass on both the vertical and horizontal sections. Be sure to run silicone where the return panel and notched panel meet. Painter's tape can be used to keep the panels together until the silicone caulk cures, usually in 24 hours.